thank me, I guess. Thankfulness isn't really my strong suit, if I'm being perfectly honest. I do believe in being honest. Not necessarily with myself, but I do believe in honesty. And honestly, we're going to try this piece of shit game here today because I bought it on the Steam summer sale. I spent like $2.50 or something on it. I do feel kind of obligated to play it. Once I know that we're actually achieving being live here, we'll get started. Because fuck VR, and I don't even feel like dealing with that shit. Don't even feel like dealing with it. Long enough day to try to stream it and have it kick me in the nuts. Alright, yeah, so we are officially doing stuff. Where the fuck's... What's up, Abadook? What are we gonna do here?
Actually, my friend Jimmy Fallon wants to tell a joke. Let's give him a shot.
What did the horse say to the scarecrow? Hey!
So what do you think? Should I let Jimmy tell the jokes for a while?
No.
No problem. I'll keep you laughing. But if you do want to hear one of his jokes...
No, shut the fuck up, Alexa.
Tell me Jimmy Fallon...
Jesus fucking Christ. God, I hate that fucking thing. It just randomly, like, I haven't heard from Alexa in, like, fucking a month, and all of a sudden she starts deciding to talk again. I hate this fucking soundbar. I like the sound that comes from it, but I hate the fucking soundbar. Alright. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play Layers of Fear. I never played this, so I bought it, but I never played it, so let's see what the fuck happens. See how long I can tolerate this shit for. Probably won't be for long. You kidding me? I gotta hit the play button the second time? You are gonna give me a bigger screen to play with, right? As much as I looking at my fat tittied zombie anime girl. Why are you down here? Turn it back to 1080p. Should have never got this fucking 4K TV. There we go. Alright. Yeah, I know. That's right enough. Music's pretty fucking loud. Audio volume's good for you. I got the fucking headset, so this shit's on loud as shit. Yeah, whatever. Fucking play the goddamn game. Unique immersive game, experience in which every decision affects the narrative of in life. It is a glory of you take with you the shadows of Jesus. This is already sounding gay as hell. I feel like I'm going to be questioning my sexuality as long as my purchase decisions by the time this game is over. No, you were on fucking 380. You wouldn't let me play. Whatever, we're just going to play the fucking... No, not quit! Is it long? Is it a long game? I just wanted something to play. I want to shoot things, but I don't even know fucking games that let you shoot things anymore. Why can't every game just be like Doom 2016? I mean, honestly. Load. Alright, new game. Let's get this shit started. There we go. Don't touch anything else. You need to speak louder. Alright. No, my mic volume's all the way up. Sound settings.
I know how you must feel. Lost. Alone. Hopeless. You probably deserve it. But even for you, there is still a way. A way to bring it all back. The one precious thing
Is
you
that
ever
better?
truly desired.
If not, I'll turn the game down.
Finish it.
Every portrait is painting with feeling is a portrait of the artist, not of the sitter. Oscar Wilde, The Picture of Dorian Gray. Well, at least they picked a good book to quote from. Where's my scotch? Really? That's... Well, I guess... I don't know. Whatever. Oh, we're in control. No cutscene. Just a black screen with the talking. Can we just go outside and get drunk and find whores? Because that would be an awesome game. What do I... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I gotta go through this shit to open up the door. So can I go through the door? What is this? Crumpled up plaid shirt? What the fuck is that doing in a mansion? Is that a dog muzzle? That's a creepy ass old school. No, I was being rude, I think. Because I didn't say hi. I see Nick in real life. I don't have to say hi to him on the stream. I can ignore Nick if I want to on the stream. What is that, a fucking hat box? Hat box. What is that, a falcon carrying away a naked baby? Is that his dingus hanging out? That's a baby dick. There's fucking baby dick in this game. I don't even know. Well, that's a step in the right direction, I guess. No, nothing you get to see baby dick. Alright, so... No! So what do we got? We got a chest. What's in the chest? Oh, Jesus Christ. An artist triumphs. Some call him the Caravaggio. Others compare him to Van Eyck. I don't know. The one awestruck critic who wished to remain unnamed went as far to invoke the spirit of the great Leonardo. Oh, no, he didn't. Anyway, you slice it, the execution of event. Oh, then they scratched it out. What is it? Renaissance attended to blah blah blah. Yeah. You're losing my interest already, game. You're gonna make me look through everything in the house. You know I have to look through everything in the house because I'm a fucking psychopath. Better be something in there. What is this? Oh, is that booze? Bourbon whiskey. Yeah, fuck your bourbon whiskey. I don't want it. Can I take it? I can just look at it. That's it. Can't drink it. Wonderful. Glad we just had that experience. I don't know what I would have done without it. Pictures with scratched out stuff. What do we got? Door. What do we got? A note on the door. I didn't touch the workshop just like you asked, although I can't imagine the mess that's inside. Also, if you care so much for that room, maybe you should pay more attention to where you leave the keys. I brought them back to your office. Have a nice day. Well, somebody sounds like a bitch. That was expecting. What are you talking about manners, Shannon? You shit down the throat of everyone that comes into my streams, and you're talking to me about manners? We'd like to ask to cease bothering. We would like you to cease bothering our pest control specialists, as well as refrain from sending us any more of your highly inappropriate letters. Now, see, that's what I would like to read. I would like to read the highly inappropriate letters that was sent to pest control people, because that is 10 times more interesting than what's going on right now. Have you know that my mother is a respectable woman and does not take kindly to such accusations? All of her employees that visited your house reportedly absolutely no signs of a rodent infestation of any kind, and as such decided not to act further than prophylactic spraying. Prophylactic? It's a condom. I guess that's just a protective spraying. Please treat this letter as a final warning, or else the next envelope you receive will be from Aloris Carl Denton, Pesky Pest Pacification Co. Alright, that was good. I like that. Pesky Pest Pacification Company. I like that. That's creative. Shows a little bit of class. Oh my god. This is all this is going to be me looking around. I'm going to shoot things. Alright, so what's in here? It's just a shit closet. That leads down into the basement. I think we'll save that for later. There might actually something be happening in there. Maybe I'll find more newspaper clippings. What's over here? A broken clock in the corner under the steps. Oh, well, at least it's not Harry Potter's corpse or something. What do we got in here? This is a pantry. Ah, turned on the light. It's a mouse trap. I don't need to pick everything up. Or what do I gotta look under? Is there like hidden words under the mouse trap? No, there isn't. Alright. We solved that mystery. It's just a mousetrap. Little Vinny and partners got a rat problem. Jesus Christ. There better be some big ass rats, and I better get like a shotgun that's specifically designed for rats destruction. I'm sorry for yesterday. You're right, overreacted. It's just that this isn't about me. It's about her. Oh, Jesus Christ. Everything I do with her best interest in mind. I've always believed that in an imperfect world, it's worth to strive for perfection. Now I'm starting to sound like my father. I'll work on my temper. I bet he beat the shit out of her. It's like, you're a bad girl. You're gonna get spanked. The door's locked. What's that? Towels. Paintbrushes. Oh, this is where we poop. What does MMK mean? You know, you can't use abbreviations with me. I'm 35 years old. Leaving the water running. Get you killed in my part of the neighborhood. Below knee prosthesis. Below the hell, the fucking cursive writing. We got rat poison. You're not spanking no one, Val. Don't I know it? Don't I know it? The only one I'm spanking tonight is me. That's for damn sure. Can we light the fire? Can I throw the candle in the fire? Can I just burn the house down and play a game that's fun? What is this, a fucking... Longdale Mulligan Avenue? What's his name? Popper? Pooper? What the fuck does that say? Did I already open up the storage or anything in there? Or was that the pooper? Oh no, now we're in the kitchen. I have to admit, it's a pretty badass looking kitchen. I'll give the game that. It's a sound, not an abbreviation, and it means and K. Wait, you spank yourself? Oh, all the time. I got special stuff to do it with, but I can't put it on the stream because it would warp your young mind. You'd never look at men the same again. Who puts plates in the oven? What kind of fucking psychopath lives here? Now I'm fucking worried. Motherfucker got plates in the oven when clearly plates don't belong in the oven. Now I am worried. What is this? Let me guess, this is a shopping list. Figured you'd be up all night. Yeah, I was reading this stupid shit. I made you a little treat, you know? I bet even Rembrandt occasionally took time off from being brilliant and shoved his head off. Snored his head off like the rest of us common folk. I know. Gasp. In other words, get some sleep, you big dummy. I love you. That ass was built for smacking. It was designed specifically, and the Lord said, let this be spanked. I already looked at this stuff, so what do we got here? I can't look at that. Well, see, there's a pot in that oven, so that makes sense. Dried fucking nasty vegetables. What do we got here? Last time I'll get turned around, what's on the scale? Not gonna let me use the light? Well, fine. I'm sure everything in here is gay anyways. It's a gay pantry. Getting out of here. No! Okay, so what? We explored the dining room, blah, blah, blah. That's the front entrance. That's the shitter. Should we go in the basement or should we go upstairs? What do you guys think? Yeah, I know. You girls start off young with the creepiness. You just hide it better. Or we just ignore it as men, one or the other, I'm not sure. So what do you guys think, upstairs or basement? I am not a dried vegetable. Take it back. Well, we're going upstairs. Oh, we're supposed to be looking at the pictures because it's supposed to be about pictures. This is the shit he paints. We gotta check this shit out because I've had to listen to this guy's painting bullshit for like the last... I mean, how long have we been streaming? Like 10 minutes? What do we got here? Looks like he's getting a blowjob. Looks like we got some spanking and more baby dicks in here. We got baby dicks for days in this game. This game's all about the baby dicks. People say I'm fucking creepy. I'm not putting baby dicks in my games. Ooh, something went bangy. Maybe it's the rats. What do we got here? Nothing. Booze, piano. Can I play the piano? Apparently the spirits are displeased with my concept of music. Oh, we got shitty hallway. Let's go through this door. We turn on the wall sconces. What do we got in here? True story to picture of Dorian Gray. Was it true all along? No, it wasn't. It was clearly a fictional story. There we go. Oh, that is fucking creepy. Is that a boy, a girl? Is it some 2019 fucking LGBTQT shit going on there? That's some creepy shit right there. Alright, so what do we got in the desk? We got glasses, other stuff we can't interact with. What do we got? Oh, we got a note. My dear friend, let me ask you one simple question. Have you completely lost your goddamn mind? I know you're going through some hard times. He said hard. Right now, I really do. That's why I agreed to let you do these illustrations in the first place for old time's sake. I even deliberately gave you a trivial task because I expected Little Red Riding Hood to be something you can draw in your sleep. What I didn't expect is to get this demented nightmare fuel you submitted for a kid's bedtime story. There's no way in hell I'm going to use this, and I've already regretted agreeing to it. Payment in advance, please get your shit together. Your old pal, Liam Brickstone. I like that name, Brickstone. Really? Let me take a look at my stream here. Because I didn't turn the darkness down. It was just like Resident Evil over and over again. This was what Resident Evil did to me. You guys aren't even seeing half the picture. Why aren't you guys even getting half the fucking picture? God damn it. Why is streaming so hard anymore? Did that help? Wow, that is a hell of a lag, too. It's just like Resident Evil over and over again. This is what Resident Evil did to me. Payment in advance, please get your shit together. You guys aren't even seeing half the picture. Did I fix the picture? Well, you can't even answer because you guys don't even see it yet. There we go. All right. That worked. I'm telling you, I gotta get rid of this 4K TV and get a freaking monitor so things can go back to normal. Oh, a key. I'm sorry, I'll make it up to you. Tonight is all about the day, you and me. Let's make it special. You promised. Hoo-hoo, she wants butt stuff. That's not that creepy. I could make creepier Red Riding Hood pictures. It'd be like Grandma and the Wolf and Red Riding Hood all doing it. But I'm good at taking things to the next level. Alright, so we got a key. I feel like we're getting somewhere here. That's where we came from. So where does the key fit? Shall I put the key in my ash? Apparently that's not the right key. Or is there a special key using function that I missed? Yeah, but I fixed it, right? It's fixed, right? Or are you guys getting the... I don't know. I fucking hate streaming. I don't know why I do it. Mostly because I'm drunk and I got nothing else to do at this point. Well, I'm not drunk yet, unfortunately. We're working on that. Wait a minute. What the fuck is this shit? Crayons come in a box, you little cunt. Well, it's a female too, so that was quite an appropriate comment. What the fuck is that creepy action figure? Oh, it's a fucking toy soldier. So he had a child. Can I shake it and make it rattle? No. Fuck you, thing. Dude, that one's showing me her fucking pantaloons or whatever the fuck you call them. I found an excuse to say pantaloons in real life. I'm proud of myself. Oh, that's right, that was locked. Been working all night. Don't wake me up.
Dumpling all around, dumpling all around, dumpling all around. So funny. Dumpling here and there, dumpling everywhere, and I must declare.
Is he saying dumplings?
I stepped right on her toes, and when
You at full? Am I at full what? Screen? I was getting a kick out of that jam. Best thing that happened to the game. What is this shit? The new face of music. A night at the opera becomes a night to remember. And you know what? I really don't care. I really don't. Galactics. Grand opening in flames. Dash of fire at the new department store leaves dozens fighting for their lives. Managed to reach emergency this time. Several unfortunate attendees were trapped in the back of the building. I had no chance. Blah, blah, blah. So people died. Woohoo. Not a big fan of people, so I'm not overly sympathetic of that. Sorry I couldn't sleep. The leg's been acting up again. Figured I might do some work. Love you. Who leaves notes? Like this many notes to their fucking chick. Better have fucking killed her or something. Everybody be fucking dead bitches in the basement or something. How do I use the key? Is there a way to use the key? Is there a fucking menu or something? Inventory. We go back down to the basement because there wasn't no locked doors down here. was a locked drawer, but I can't fucking quite remember where the fuck the locked drawer was. Honestly, I'm not overly concerned about it at the moment. Is the scotch any good? Yes. It's $40 a bottle. That ammo better be good. Oh, it's dark as fuck down here. Wonderful. Ah, see, look, there's mice. Shapeless masses everywhere. What do we got? More notes. Jesus. Report cards? We got out of gym. What am I stuck on? A fucking beam. That was the report card. Yeah, that was the report card. I can't see shit. So if you guys can't see anything, neither can I. What's the scary shit is supposed to start? Is it the rats? Is this just a game for people who don't like mice? What the fuck is that on the floor? Oh yeah, that ain't gonna burn the house down or nothing. You're barely like I'm getting loads of vodka and brew for my birthday, and I'm getting pissed. Honestly, it's on a Saturday, so I don't care about school. What's bruh mean? Is that like a Scottish thing? I don't understand. Well, I got... What key? How do I fucking use the goddamn key? K button. K button. Nothing. So what is that? 3 fucking locked doors, and I got a key that I don't know how to use. Alright. So there was a locked something upstairs. I can't remember what the fuck it was. What the hell was locked? There was a drawer or something. Maybe there's a key in there. You guys remember what the fucking locked drawer was? Because I'm just... not even paying attention. And honestly, I imagine what's behind these locked doors just as uninteresting as what's behind the first locked doors. So where was this locked door? Lock thing. No, that's the gay pantry, I think. Right, so I just can't figure out how to use keys. Where's the fucking controls? Controls. Keyboard mapping. Light, left, camera zoom, flashlight. I got a flashlight? Apparently not. It goes to the cabinet in the kitchen. You played this, Rick? Is this shit any good? Am I wasting my time here? Cabinet in the kitchen. Good job, Rick. Kitchen cabinet. Or are you just fucking jerking me off and being a dick? I guess it's not a cabinet. Where the fuck is there a cabinet in the kitchen? That looks like it's fucking locked. The one on the left. What left? Alright. So we'll go with this left. So apparently that's the wrong left. Stage left? What the fuck does stage left mean? How do you even know what that term means? That is not a term for Rick to know. Because if I don't know it, you shouldn't damn well know it. Knew I should have just played Half-Life and shot things in the face. How am I missing a cabinet? How is there something that I have not opened in this fucking room? Fucking ovens. Man, you know I don't play PC. What does it have to do with stage left? Man, there's no cabinets in here that I have not opened. Picture, fucking fireplace thingy. Apples, no fucking icons here. Opened that. Opened all this stupid shit. Doesn't need opened. No option to open that. I can zoom, that's helpful. I don't think I missed anything in here. Oh, I fucking hate this door mechanic. Had to have been something else I missed, because there ain't shit in there. Did I miss something in the shitter? Kitty, you know I do not prefer to not have you on the thing. Oh, there we go. You fucking asshole. I knew it. Oh, I can just read it without cursive. Alright, well that's nice to know now. Alright, we've accomplished something. It was the obvious door with paint spattered all over it. I don't know how I missed the obvious door with paint spattered all over the front. Okay. Well, you're not missing out on much, that's for sure, Rick. As far as non-combat based horror game goes, this is not doing it for me. So you have a special case for your paintbrushes. What do we got? Is that some type of, what is that, some sleep paralysis picture or something there? That's actually kind of cool. What do we got? More worthless notes. I'm so sick and tired of us talking through these notes. Yeah, I agree. I'm sick and tired of reading them. We live in the same house, for God's sakes. Come talk to me when you're done before you go to sleep. Alright. Just yelling at me and telling me what to do is definitely the best way to get me to do things. Everyone knows men respond well to be yelled at. That's a lot of booze. Or is that paint? It gotta be booze. Oh, really? Does he break all his paintbrushes once he doesn't get what he wants? Oh, he did some creepy sex painting fetish shit. Painting titties and stuff. Oh, I guess we gotta look at his painting. What was he painting? Alright, we'll read the note first before we unveil the painting. Lost. You deserve it. Finish it. It's covered up for a reason. Why? Because it's crap? Get it right this time. So that's it. No keys? You serious? You didn't give me any more keys? Draw baby decks left and right, but you ain't got no fucking keys in your room? Are you fucking serious? I gotta take a shit on your canvas. Okay, there isn't a shit option. Hey, there we go. See, this wasn't the door I came through. Well, it was, but this is where I was. See, now we're getting good here. It just took me forever to figure it because I'm too busy running my mouth and drinking to pay attention to what I'm doing. There we go. Now, what do we got going on? I can do without these doors, that's for sure. Wanderer achievement. Yeah, because I'm sucking at the game. They gave me an achievement because I don't know what I'm doing. Wow, look at that pipe rack. I want a pipe rack. It's pretty badass. I want a pipe rack. Nick, take notes. Or somebody who's still in the stream, take notes. I require a pipe rack. Ah, every time I open a door, it's going to be someplace different. Nice. What do we got? Gay French dude. Ugly French girl. I never understand how France is like this, like sexually orientated place when all the pictures of the women are like fat and ugly. Can I flip this? Scraps of love. I must have been his bitch. Going in circles. Are you kidding me? I'm finally going somewhere. You're going to go and discourage me? This is another thing I don't understand about people back in the day. Like, why in the world did they have these busts? Busts are so fucking creepy. It's like, oh, I want an image of somebody's head in my house. Candle, what do we got here? We got another note to read? No, thank God. Another pipe. Dude liked to smoke and the dude liked to drink. At least we have that in common. Close. What do we got here? Save the date of blank. Request a pleasure accompany us at your wedding on Saturday 9th of June at St. Luke's Chapel, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Alright. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, I bet it was Saturday the 9th of June at 2 o'clock. 692. Let's give that a try. Oh. Ah! I didn't do shit. You're gonna make me find the combination, really? 854. Thank God you gave that to me because I was ready to quit. The past holds back. Look closer.
The thought alone that the most beautiful piece of art doesn't have my name on it is killing me. So, will you marry me?
That is pretty suave, I'll give him that. So is that in here? Oh, we got another door. Yeah, we came in that door, so we got this door. So what did he do? Is he just upset because he sucked the painting so he killed his girl? Is this what we're getting at? Because I'm going to be pissed. You've been snooping around my workshop again for the last time. You are not allowed in that room, even if the door happens to be open. I forbid it. This is your last warning. Next time you'll have to look for a new job. So I guess it's for his fucking housekeeper. I think it's fruit. You even painted the chair? Alright, enough of that. Good old fire, more booze. Guy likes his booze. Dominoes. I don't understand how people play dominoes. Anyone in the chat know how to play dominoes? Is anyone even left? Or am I sitting here talking to myself as always? No. What a dick move. It says F for flashlight, but I'll still be damned if I got that flashlight. Alright. Sure, why not? We'll accept that. What do we got here? Oh, Jesus Christ. My love, even though you have not been born yet, I can already feel your presence. It's simply amazing. I just can't believe how lucky I am. A year ago, all I had was talent and ambition. Now, against all odds, I have a career, a loving husband, and you. I've never been a deeply religious person. I guess what other people look for in a sermon I found in perfecting my art. But now I can't help but feel like there's a higher power watching over me. They once told me that I would never succeed as a musician. Now I'm playing sold-out concerts at some of the most prestigious venues in the country. They also said I had a difficult character and that I would never find a soulmate. Guess again. Yeah. Finally, the doctor once told me that I would never be able to have children of my own, and yet here you are within me. Now he's talking about his dick. I'm quite possibly the happiest woman in the world. I love you so much. So she's a fucking musician and he's a fucking artist, and you both suck. But somehow managed to afford this amazingly fucking nice old ass fucking house. Well, I guess I got a limp now because I fell down the steps. back here again, huh? Your picture wasn't there before. And I don't believe there was a baby doll strapped to a bloody deer head before. Dominoes are still there, though. I hate long hallways. Long hallways creep me the fuck out. Paint deep lies.
Now, a tiny bit to the left. Yes, just like that.
Oh yeah,
Hold
just
that
like that. I
pose.
can almost see your
I want to
vag.
get all those lovely curves just right.
What a fucking creep. Not getting drunk fast enough. What do you got in these drawers? What is this? They stop at nothing. I won't go down easy. Screeching arsonist. Echoing. Screaming. The fucking rats? How they set shit on fire? The artist's impression. Getting achievements left and right, but I don't feel like I'm doing anything to earn them. They're just handing out achievements. Somebody had actually recommended this game to me through Twitter because I posted my Let's Play for, God, was it Soma? But Soma was fucking amazing. This is getting better. I was going to read that. Apparently not now. I like that painting. I do like that. What do we got here? I don't know what the fucking it is. So what else changed? What are you doing, kitty? You got food and you got water. Get off my nuts. Just let me out. I want to go to the bar. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Another locked door. Oh, somebody's crying. I'll give you something to cry about, bitch. Locked. Fuck is
Hello.
that?
It's about time for us to talk, don't you think? I mean, I've seen you in my house so many times, and yet I could never find the courage to face you directly. Not until now.
Huh. That poses some questions. Looks like Abraham Lincoln just killed a prostitute in front of his children. Locked. What the fuck is with the 1,000 things of paprika in this house? Where the fuck are they from? Must be like my family, Eastern European. We got like 6 different types of fucking paprika and we never use any of them. Is that paint or is that all fucking paprika? Jesus Christ. What was that thing fucking Scarlet Witch was making in a Marvel movie? Paprikosh? I wanted to find a recipe for that. Like a paprika soup. I bet that would be awesome. Back into the kitchen again. This is where Rick got me the first time. Hold on, make me look at everything again. We already went through this spiel thanks to Rick. Fuck you, Rick. I'm gonna take a crap in your golf cart. The fuck is that? Is that cauliflower or a brain? Oh, hey, what's up, Brandon? How you doing, man? Yeah, I've never played it before either, man. This is my first time. I'm just starting to enjoy it now. I've been pretty negative against it so far, but I'm starting to catch on. It just seems a bit, I don't know, overly hoity-toity gothic horror, but with no real, I don't know. I just can't relate to artists. I'm not going to go so far as to say I'm not a creative person, because I do believe I have a nice spark of creativity, at least more than the average man, but art, paintings, poetry, those kind of things always repass me. Music, film, literature, those are my things, but art, poetry, and it's just not really my thing. I can appreciate it, but it doesn't get me excited by any means. I am confused about the large amount of paprika in this house. Because I haven't seen any meat yet. I see an awful lot of vegetables, and I don't know, people might put paprika on fucking vegetables. So we're going back into the pantry. That looks to be our only option, huh? Oh, it's locked. Fucking horrifying. So do I go back the way I came? Or is there something in one of these fucking things again? Yeah. Definitely cultured. I drink tea in the morning, damn it. Oh, here we go, here we go. What do we got? Minced mice. Starving me out. Chunky, crunchy carcasses, constantly sick. So I'm missing any other little nasty tidbits like that? Because it's the kind of... Ooh! Somebody just threw a fucking knife at me. Should I be running away? I'm not going to run away because I kind of want to see what's happening. Now, this would be cool if they put this in VR.
First, I looked for a canvas. Not just any canvas.
Ooh.
I had to find a knife. Not one of those bread ones. It needed to be as sharp as a razor. So I used a razor, in fact, and then carefully flayed the skin. Booze helped keep my hand steady.
Yeah. He painted on human skin. How unoriginal. So did something come into the room? I hear something smacking around. Oh, it's just a brick wall on the other side of the door. Alright. And then we're back into his workshop again. Hope you played, yeah, I remember what it's cool. Agony was a disappointment, huh? I'm actually not sure. I didn't play Agony. I enjoyed the demo, but I don't know. I'm just... At first, I was very enamored by the thought of these games that didn't require combat and were like kind of true concept of survival horror, where an average man who, you know, normally wouldn't have tons of weapons on hand had to deal with, you know, supernatural or horrific entities or whatever the fuck. But I don't know, at this point, after like 3 years of playing games like that, I'm slightly a bit over it. But so I can't say whether Agony was a disappointment or not. I was actually thinking about streaming that tonight, but I just didn't want to open up that door just yet because I have the unrated version, and I know that I'm going to piss off all the streaming sites by putting nudity, full frontal nudity, and dead babies and stuff on a stream. I just really wasn't going to take that route. But as far as the Resident Evil 2 remake, I have not played it. I don't know. It's just... I don't feel like it needed remade. I'm just not ready to play it yet. I'm quite happy with the original game. Even though you've not been born yet. Alright, what is this? Just all the things I've collected? Deep breaths. Remember, you're a professional. It's just the first few strokes and you're over the hump. What's so hard about it? It's all locked still. Oh, how do I get out of this conundrum? If everything's locked and all the doors are closed, what am I missing out on? Oh, there we go. I had to touch his shitty unfinished painting. What's it gonna turn into? Is that like bloody pink flamingos? Is that fucking pink flamingos? Babies do it. Well, there's been a ton of baby dicks in this game. Yeah, I mean, I want to play it, but it's like, I just recently started playing, I was trying to get all the achievements for the Resident Evil remake on the PS4, because I picked up the double pack with 0 and Resident Evil 1 remake, and then I picked up 4, 5, and 6, which I like all of them. Everyone's rough on 6. I love 6. I don't care what anyone says, so I enjoyed it thoroughly. Nobody's going to take that away from me. But yeah, I'm just not ready for it yet. I tried to get ready for it by playing Resident Evil 1, but I'm just not, I don't know, I just don't feel like I'm ready yet. What did I do? The game went away. Alright. Can I leave now? Alright, yeah, I looked at the painting, it's letting me leave now. I mean, I like the concept that every time I do something, the world changes in this game. It's kind of neat, but it's just hard to relate with the concept of an artist, because I'm not an artist. Whatever the fuck he got going on, I definitely don't understand. But I do know creativity and women don't seem to mix. So I can understand his plight about his woman and his child, because it's hard to dedicate yourself to a passion when you have women and children. I'm sure you can understand that. I take it that's a no with the big red light, huh? Will I change what the room is? No, the room locked. You will not turn to the left. Should raise my kid, it'd harden them. Trust me, Brandon, the world's going to harden them soon enough. Are any of them in school yet? Dealing with other children and their cruelty and their awfulness. And they're willing to judge and damn and exclude people simply because it might make them more popular to do so. Trust me, the world's going to do plenty. Oh, I got to close the door. I think. Whoop. Mouse doesn't work if you pick it off the table. There we go. Second grade in preschool. Oh, shit. Already by then I realized I wasn't like everybody else, honestly. Kindergarten was normal. Finger paints and everything like that. It was first grade when I realized that I was just never going to fit in. In fact, I think it was like my first or second day of first grade when I said something. It's such an old memory. It might not even be false because I barely remember it. But I said something stupid and they kicked me right back to kindergarten within the first like couple hours of the first fucking day. They're like, you're not ready for first grade, which is a terrible thing to do with a fucking kid. Like, really, you're not ready for first grade? I mean, honestly. Like, my cat's ready for first fucking grade. My cat wouldn't tolerate that shit for a fucking hot minute. There we go, door opened. Yeah. Oh god, school is so fucking traumatizing. I don't know how anyone survive. I swear that's why they make school so awful, because they're like, they know real life's gonna be so fucking awful, so it's like, we might as well get you used to it. This is a creepy closet. Like, I wish I had paintings. I got like one painting in my room that I took from the club when they were throwing it away. I don't know if I can properly angle it in the thing. You probably won't see it well anyways because it's fucking dark as shit. And I can't see my stream, so I can't even see if you're seeing it, but that's my painting. I relate with it because it's an island. There's one tree on an island looking at the forest across the ocean, knowing it's the tree by itself while the other trees are together. What did I do? I fucked everything up trying to show a picture of my only painting. Oh, I got another key. Oh, wow. Dear sir, while I can certainly understand that you were upset and I have nothing but sympathy for your wife and yourself, I must categorically state that I do not wish to receive any further correspondence from you in this matter. Any skin graft procedure is extremely complicated and inherently associated with the risk of failure. Having stated that, I assure you that me and my colleagues at St. Anne have made every effort to ensure a positive outcome for your wife. Personally speaking, I believe we have done the best job possible considering the extent of tissue damage. You are, of course, entitled to your opinion, and I can certainly understand your disappointment. What I do not understand is how you seem to think writing hateful letters to me or my fellow doctors will ameliorate the situation. Was that fix? I gotta look that one up. Because I have never, in the 500 books, 1,300 films heard the word ameliorate. There it is, ameliorate. Make something bad or unsatisfactory better. The reform did much to ameliorate living standards. Improve, make better, make improvements. Huh. Alright, so where are we at? As I've already stated, I can certainly understand that you've been under a lot of stress as of late, and thus I will not press charges. If you refrain from any future correspondence, let me make it absolutely clear that I will not tolerate any further stress into my staff, my family, or myself. If you wish to seek psychological help, I can have my assistant provide contact information of several specialists. They'd be more than competent to help you get through these hard times. Regards, best wishes for you and your wife, William H. Green, M.D. Synonym of expedite. Shit, I'd be back. Damn, I was wrong. It's rare at this point. I'm not trying to sound like I'm a genius or anything, but it's honestly rare at this point that I find a word in the English language that I do not automatically just know how to use it. I'm no scientist, I'm no mathematician, but I know fucking words. Words are my fucking bullets. Someone's playing the piano. Ooh, it's gonna be creepy. I love it when the piano starts playing when it's not supposed to be playing. It's like my favorite stint of all fucking films.
Why did you stop? That tune was perfect.
I was right, his wife made
Please,
music.
just a little longer. At least until I finish painting this one part. Oh, don't make me beg.
They had a decent relationship. She was his fucking muse. She fucking played while he painted. That'd be a nice fucking relationship. I'm usually pretty anti-relationship, but two artistic people being each other's inspiration, that's kind of actually fucking romantic. That was the key I got, I guess. What is that? What is that? An angel? Middle of what, a tumultuous background. Up into the attic. We were already in the basement, now we're in the attic. And there's shit burning underneath. Ooh, look at that creepy paint staring out from underneath. I like that. That's what we call atmosphere. I like that. The game at least gives you atmosphere. I like that noise. Definitely improving. Yeah, that's creepy. I like that. What do we got in here? See, I don't get the obsession with making creepy baby dolls. Like creepy infants do not scare me. Like they're infants. I don't care how creepy they are. They're still infants. You could just like squash their soft spot. Like, it just doesn't do it to me. Like The Ring and all that shit with like creepy little girls with black hair coming through the TV and shit like that. Like, it doesn't scare me. Like, I could deal with that. So long as I could still watch my movie after they did their fucking TV thing. Like, I need to have a threat of death to be scared. I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like a badass because I'm certainly not. But it's like, I need a legitimate threat of my life is going to end for me to be scared. You know, like sharks fucking scare me. That's why I don't swim in the water. Because I know I'll be that one asshole who randomly gets like ripped apart by a shark. It was just like the wrong time at the wrong moment. Or just me being an animal lover. Like, ooh, there's a shark. I want to go over and say hi. Getting serious lag though now. Let me check my stream. What are you watching? You're watching on Facebook, so let me check the Facebook stream. How do I find my Facebook stream? What are we getting here? I probably won't get a lag now because I'm standing still. What are you watching? You're watching on Facebook. Well, my picture is extremely dark. I wonder if I can brighten it up a little bit. As much as I don't want to ruin my experience. Well, this is the first time this is the second time I did with Arizona Sunshine last night, where I linked my restream, because I'm streaming now through YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And I'm setting notifications out to Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Discord, which, not being a PC gamer, I don't know if you know what Discord is, but Discord is basically like I don't know, it's like you have your own page, you can bring all your friends in, you can set up different, like audio channels where you can chat for certain games, or you can lock certain people out. The people that come into your Discord, you can give them certain clearance levels, like they can come into this chat, but they can't come into this chat, and then there's just text chats. You can post stuff. It's like another form of social medias, but it's strictly for like gaming. And I think people do it for like movies and stuff like that, but I really like Discord. But not being a PC player, I'm pretty sure all the consoles have a Discord app, but I don't think it's as prevalent on console gaming as it is on PC gaming. But I actually really like Discord. But if you find an app on your thing, we can always go in there and chat and talk while I'm playing games and stuff like that. Old school gaming, make up your mind. It's like, ooh, this thing on the floor. Like, I totally can't walk over that. I love games, and they're simplistic. This looks like it's going to be long. The following list is a compilation of the most common symptoms of schizophrenia while typically diagnosed between the ages of 15 to 25. The disorder is known to affect older patients as well. Note that these symptoms are not exclusive to schizophrenia and should by no means be treated as conclusive evidence of this particular affliction. In order to obtain a proper diagnosis, you should contact a qualified specialist, i.e. psychologist, psychiatrist. Blank expression stares off into space. Yes. Involuntary facial movements. Yes. Insomnia. Haven't noticed. Unusual gestures or postures. Always had that. Unable to experience joy from activities. Definitely. Well, that's me. Depersonalization. What does that even mean? Yeah, that's my fucking answer to that question. Awkward, clumsy movement. Might be from the accident. I've always been kind of awkward. I'm tall and lanky. It's hard to exist in a 5 foot tall, 5'5", 6 person's world. Prone to anger and resentment. More passive aggressive. I don't know. Am I passive aggressive? I don't think I truly understand that term, passive aggressive. I don't think I'm passive aggressive. Lack of motivation, yes, definitely. Suicidal tendencies, no, I've never had them. All the shit that's come through me in life, I've never had the desire to kill myself. I can say that to the full truth. I've never had any suicidal thoughts. I hate life, but not enough to end it. It's like a video game. I still want to see what's behind that next door, you know? Life sucks, but, you know, it's like looking at a car crash. I want to see how bad it can possibly get. My curiosity will forever keep me from doing anything stupid like suicide. I don't understand the concept of suicide or depression to the point of suicide. It's just something I can't conceive. I don't believe life is some precious gift or anything like that by any fucking means, but to just throw that all away and all the doors and opportunities that life brings, it just seems like seems like the easy path. I do have some sociopathic tendencies, but not enough to be an actual sociopath. The main one being that I'm capable of... What is it? A sociopath isn't capable of coming up with original ideas or something like that. And I'm always coming up with new ideas and changing my philosophy, so I think that excludes me from being a sociopath. Inspired OCD. Because I have to open everything up and look at everything. Yeah, that's me. I think I am if I have any psychological disorder, I do believe it is OCD. Because I do have an innate urge to see and want to do everything. My biggest regret is life is that I can't live forever, so I can't know everything and experience everything. The world's a big old book or video game just waiting to be played or read. But I can't afford to do it all. What happened? Is that dead birds? Oh, it's just broken wood? From what? Well, that room just got thrashed. Somebody had a fucking fit in here. What is that, like a creepy Last Supper? No, there's no table. That's not a Last Supper. That's creepy. Fucking towel rack in the hallway. I feel like that's an odd place for a towel rack. No, a feng shui interior decorator by any means, but I always wanted an Atlas. I've always wanted one of these. I've never gotten an Atlas. If I ever have a house of my own or get this house completed to myself, I want an Atlas. I love Atlases. I don't know why. There's something about them that I love. Undone it. Not be. It's fucking backwards. I can't fucking read that. I'm too drunk. Well, not drunk yet, but getting there. I like that color streak of light. What is it that's bringing the light? It's not letting me walk forward to see the light. So apparently the Atlas is the center of my attention here. Apparently not. doggy. Oh, it's the doggy in the picture. That's kind of creepy. That's kind of creepy. Oh, poor doggy. Good boy. You want this as well. Yeah, I think that's what it says. So am I the painter or am I somebody coming after the painter? Wheelchair. Not that creepy, game. Try harder. The wheelchair, huh? I would have put the wheelchair following me at all times. If you want to creep me out. It's like Napoleon. Suppose you want me to turn around, don't you? You're gonna do something when I turn around. This ain't my first rodeo game. I know how this works. Turn around. Turn around. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, nice. I like it. I like it a lot. And the rats are still here. There's something with the rats. I like it. We're getting to the bottom of this shit. It's all the same guy. Yeah, fuck that ceiling, man. Ceiling fans for bitches. We get some light in this room. Can we go back? I feel like there's a lot of shit we missed here. No, I guess it didn't matter what direction we went to, it would automatically have done the thing. Set us on the correct path. Because it's layers upon layers of ... fear. Ooh, this door opened up for us. Ooh, kicked open for us. We were meant to go in here. What do we got to read? Found his little collection of empty bottles this morning. I reacted badly. I know it's hard for him too, but goddamn, he should know better. With a small child in the house, that's just irresponsible. So he became an alcoholic? And what else would it be in the fucking bottles? Hey, what's up, Mandy? Shit, how long you been? Are you still here? What's up, Mandy? How you been? How's the husband? How's the kid? How you been, young lady? I haven't talked to you in a long while. I got a key. How's things up in Canada this fine summer, this fine August? You've seen that picture before, that's the wedding picture, which is always scratched out. Which is the same, because it seemed like in such a nice mirror. It's like the first romantic marriage I've ever considered. Two artists, one a musician and one a painter, being each one's inspiration. Pretty fucking cute or romantic, from my basic understanding of romantic. Most people don't bring much to the table to the other person other than companionship or sex. Honestly, I can have companionship with just about anyone, if I'm being perfectly honest. Not tooting my own horn, but I manage to get along with most people, regardless of whether they're like me or not. I'm not saying I can enter marriage and have children with them, no less, but alright, off and on stress with work, but it's worth it. I'm full-time now with it. You know what? I don't actually know what you do, Mandy. I don't think you've ever talked about your job. And I feel like I bitch an awful lot about mine. What is it you do? I kind of assumed you were kind of a stay-at-home mom. I don't think I've ever heard you talk about your job. If you did, I'm sorry. But to be fair, I'm pretty self-minded. Not that that's making it okay, but I am. If I know anything, I know my own faults. Husband has been great. My son has been well. That's good. Because I know last time he said we were cutting down on the monster movies because he was becoming slightly obsessed with the concept. I believe that was the last time we chatted. Which is upsetting for a man of monster fans, but being a kid who went through that phase, it's probably for the better that you deny him such frivolities. Because I was the kind of kid where they sent the papers home where I was drawing knives and sickles and hatchets and other weapons of slasher-like film implements on my school papers, which I don't know why the hell I was doing that. I was a fucking kid, I don't know. Always obsessed with the concept of horror. Probably not a healthy obsession, but a fun one nonetheless. But unfortunately, one that not most people understand. People automatically assume if you like horror films that you're obsessed with death,
but those stairs.
Nobody ever seems to think that you might be obsessed with life.
The bedroom once we move in.
Your affirmation for life makes you obsessed with the concept of death. Well, most people aren't willing to look into that because that would be negative, and nobody wants to be negative because that's just so awful, being negative. There's just no other way than being stupidly positive like a fool. This is a creepy bedroom. He's got better with the monster movies. He loves Godzilla. Thank God. Did you watch a new Godzilla movie? Because I really enjoyed it. And I'm getting mixed reviews from a lot of Godzilla fans. And I loved it. I loved Mothra just as much as I loved Godzilla. And I loved Rodan and King Ghidorah. Fuck him. The fucking ultimate douchebag of the universe. He's one, like, Ghidorah is like the perfect villain because you love to hate him. You know, when you love to hate a bad guy, you know you got a good bad guy in your corner. And the only key to having a good guy is you have to have an equally good bad guy. Like, I firmly believe that you have to feel for the bad guy more than the good guy. Because it's the only thing that makes the good guy more important. If there's not a good bad guy, then the good guy is absolutely useless. Such as the Joker and Batman. It's the perfect example, as much as DC seems to be flopping constantly. But the Joker and the Batman, to me, is the iconic good guy and bad guy. And I'm not a superhero person by any means. I enjoy the superhero movies, but I'm not a comic book superhero fan. I'm a comic book horror fan. Just like you would probably be if you were in the comic books, if you are or not, either way. You would probably be like me and be into horror and science fiction comic books. Because you and mine taste entertainment are relatively similar. I'm getting drunk. I picked up a record. I need a record player. Oh, here we go. He watches the other one and repeats. Well, that's good. My buddy has kids, and I don't really want to have them watch the new movie before they watch the old movies, because you watch the new movie with all the CG, and it doesn't make you appreciate the old suitmation, you know? It was like the concept of Star Wars. I love Star Wars to death. I do. But Star Wars ruined the concept of any special effects other than blue. Which, what is it? It was blue screen for Star Wars. I think it's green screen now. Am I missing something? Why isn't this record playing? I feel like this record is important but isn't playing. That's a creepy bed. I don't like that shit. I like my feet to hang. Like, I would not be comfortable on that fucking bed. With the table in the middle of the floor, to me the middle of the floor should be empty. A coffee table ruined my first laptop. I put the record on the player. Why won't you play? Fine, fuck you. I don't care about whatever is on the fucking record. They can eat my ass. How am I stuck in this room? Try winding the record player? Oh, you're a genius, Mandy. I love you. You're wasted on your husband and child, I assure you. Well, maybe not wasted. I'm sure you're quite useful, but we make a good team nonetheless. Maybe not in that way, but we make a good team. I don't want to be creepy about it. As much as I love being creepy, but I try not to be creepy with my friends. Unless they're on the same creepy page. I guess we kind of are, but still. You know what I mean. At least I hope you do. Now everything's changed. Prosthesis snatchers. Insatiable bastards. Can't afford a new one. Why the damn leg? The rats are eating the leg. I agree, and back to being always positive is bullshit. You need them to have positives, or else what is the point? No balance. Try one. The record player to have a passion for record players. Oh, I'm proud of everyone now. My grandma has one. It's like a record player, it's CD player, cassette player, and 8-track player. She got it off that the Home Shopping Network. She's got addicted to that. She's pretty good now. I mean, that was years ago, but she got one. I'm slowly trying to refurbish the house to give her the option to actually set that up, but I'm so horribly in debt now that I'm like, I'm in a pretty bad place financially, if I'm being perfectly honest. And you know me, I like to be perfectly honest, not because I want sympathy or support or help in any means. I'm not the type of person to ask for help, but I'm not the type of person to shy from my faults because of my dad and burning down he didn't burn down the basement, but he did technically set it on fire and bring the fire department for a meth lab. I don't know if you're on, I don't know, say the word on board with that, because that means you're okay with it, but I don't know if you know that or what's happened recently, but I'm pretty fucked.
I needed a jar and a plastic tubing. I siphoned gas before. I knew how it was done.
Blood?
I stuck the tube in a vein and sucked on it until blood filled my mouth. Then put the tube in the jar and it just kept coming. A taste of copper haunted me the entire night. Why didn't I think of a syringe?
Did you kill your wife on accident? Because you were trying to help her? What this is about? Yeah, emotional support is fine. That's fine. I'm just, being an relatively independent human being. I'm not relying on people for much of anything. But emotional support is fine. I can't scoff at that. I mean, I can, but I won't because, I'm not a total jerk. Because in the end, we both know emotional support is, it's nice, but doesn't fix the problem. But it's nice to have people to relate to, to know you're not alone and all that stuff. That's not, that's good stuff. I'm not going to deny that by any means, but, life what it is, it sucks. You persevere. So how do I get out of here? What am I missing? So I'm stuck in a bedroom. I played the record. What's this switch back here?
Dumpling all around, dumpling all around, dumpling all around. So funny. Stumbling here and there, stumbling everywhere, and I must declare, I stepped right on her toes, and when she bumped my nose, I fell, and when I rose, I felt ashamed. Dumpling all around, dumpling all around.
Saying dumpling all around? I'm going backwards now. Fucking mouse.
Dumpling all around, dumpling all around, dumpling all around. So
Yeah, the switch will play it forward. Yeah, it's not fun getting things for free. I don't know. Like, I'm not necessarily a challenge or competition person, but it's like whether it's women or pussy or money or, just your personal sense of enjoyment. I don't know. I feel like you have to earn it. I believe in full force in the philosophy that, the best things are not given for free. You have to earn them. It has to be a quest, a journey. You have to try. Just getting shit handed to you sucks. And working at a country club and seeing all the rich bitches that just can just do whatever they want. Like, I can't possibly imagine how they're happy. Don't get me wrong, there's the security of not having to worry about things. And you know as well as I do, not have to worry about your bills, your kid's education. I'm trying to relate to you in the fact of having a kid because these things don't mean nothing to me. But just like having no worry over your responsibilities or anything is fucking great. But at the same time, you don't feel like you've surpassed anything. You didn't earn it. You didn't do anything. It was just like, my kid needs school. No, we give him school. Sorry, burping. You know what I mean? That's like every journey has to be hard. If the journey's not hard, there's no point in the results. I always put that to women because as a man, the women is the best part. With the concept of a whore or a slut. It's no fun. It's gratifying physically. You get to get off. You get to see the chick naked, be inside her, blah, blah, blah. But it's not the same as working for it. And that's what cheapens it. And it's the same with anything else in life, whether it be work and not having to actually do your job to get paid and being able to get away with it. It means nothing. Working means something. As much as I hate working, it means something. And working meaning something makes the pay or the reward so much better. And people have become so desensitized to the concept of working that they just want the fucking reward. And to me, it's not even about the reward. It's about what leads up to the reward. Because that's the fun part. The reward is like, I don't even like cake. It's used the concept of cake as a reward. To me, it's the year building up to your birthday where you get cake. It's not the cake that you get. It's what you get to the point where you get the cake. Because cake on its own is worthless. Anyone can make a cake. You can go to Giant Eagle and buy a fucking pre-made cake bake mix and make it in fucking 40 minutes. But to earn that cake, to have that cake be special, to have somebody to make it for you, to make you happy, those things are different. Totally different fucking scale. And being a man to you being a woman, that's a totally different thing. And I'm not saying like gender shit, like, a woman has to make a man a cake for his birthday. To get to the point in life where you have a fucking woman and she makes a cake for your birthday when you comes home and she has a cake ready for you because, her birthday is important to you. That's different, from having your family make a cake or having your work make a cake. It's the process. The process is what is important. Just like a game. The ending is not important. It's playing the game that's important. The game is what's fun. The ending is just a completion of the game. And that's not even fun because that means the game ends. And when the game ends, the game ends. There's no more fun. The game always has to continue. There always has to be more game. To me, that's the concept of life. There has to be more mystery, more challenge, more depth. Range on the switch will play forward. It's an accomplishment you make. One night stand for the rest of life. Yeah, I mean, a one night stand is just an orgasm. An orgasm lasts 5 seconds. For somebody who was addicted to heroin, orgasm got nothing on heroin. I would trade in every sex in the world to to be able to addicted to heroin and not have any physical or psychological problems because of it. Like, you don't even know. Like, orgasm is nothing. It is a waste of your fucking time. It means nothing. Like, the finish is nothing. It's the training to the race, the training to the battle. It's not winning the boxing match, the wrestling match, the race, the sexual race, the financial race. Because that's, if you put that much effort into it, you know you're going to get that. You know, it's a given. The person who works the hardest gets it, and the person who knows he's working the hardest knows he's going to get it. I can't stand seeing you like this. You're not well. You were sweating and shaking all night. Now, there you are, locked in your workshop as usual. This whole tortured artist nonsense has got to stop. And that's something I don't understand, the tortured artist. I feel like that's just a gimmick. I'm not an artist by any means, but I feel like that's just a... What's that little bottle symbol? I feel like I'm missing a lot of pages in this journal. A lot of pages. Which is funny because I've read like 1,000 different useless notes.
Oh, stop looking at me like that.
Some more good courage for your grand art of
focus on my work, that's all.
So he's an alcoholic addicted, he's an artist. Getting that from the lack of fucking pipes and fucking booze, empty booze bottles everywhere. And I can relate with that. But I feel like cigarettes and alcohol alone is not enough to be creative, if I'm being perfectly honest from an addict standpoint. Like, I only take alcohol, as you see me drinking alcohol constantly, as it is becoming a problem. In the end, we all become dirt, so make the best of it, work hard at it, make your keep, and you aren't. Yeah, that's about it. It's the sucky thing about it being an atheist. None of this has any meaning. We're just doing it for continual survival, which takes it to a totally animalistic concept, which, like, I don't know, almost destroys the concept of love or togetherness. Close to half a bottle of scotch in one night. In one stream, actually. Yeah, alcohol's becoming a problem. Not like pills or weed or all the other things I've done in my life has become a problem, but alcohol's a scary problem. But apparently it's the only thing that's legal. It doesn't make me lose my job. But somehow alcohol, the worst addiction of them all, is socially acceptable because everyone's addicted to it. It's so fucking fucked up. If you're addicted to heroin or crack, then all of a sudden you're some terrible human being. Like, alcohol is any fucking different. That's the same thing I looked at. Apparently I need to leave the room. I need to look at something inside of the room. What am I missing? Oh, the painting. Should know better. The painting is going to change. This painting keeps on getting worse and worse. Now we can leave. Love the fucking piano. Wish I could have a girl that can play the piano. Honestly, it's like one of my biggest turn-ons for female, being able to play an instrument. I don't know, because I'm just not capable. I mean, I can play the guitar and string instruments kind of alright, but the piano's beyond me. It's always funny, those male and female relationships, how it's the little things that turn us on. Not even a sexual matter, but just like makes us want another person. It doesn't even have to be sexual. It's like you can do something that I've always wanted to do. So it's like I have such a innate level of respect for you for accomplishing something that I haven't. You can play the piano, or you can do this. You can create something when I can't. Makes you idolize another person. Or that idolization inspires you to whatever it is that you can possibly do for them or for yourself. The lack. I hate religious quotes, but the stupid chick on Facebook. And if Mark put a quote about how it's okay, you know, even if you can't do nothing but save yourself, that's okay, because it takes less of a burden on the people around you. Which is like very positive, and as much as I hate positive stuff, that makes perfect sense. And you can't take care of others unless you can take care of yourself. You can't love others unless you can love yourself, which has always been my problem. Ty is playing Trove. What the fuck is Trove? Sounds like a pirate game. The fuck is that? That's not an exit. What does that say? Something block? Yeah, honestly, alcohol is like the worst addiction of them all. It creates holes in your brains. The addiction can actually kill you. Like alcohol and Xanax is the only two addictions that actually can kill you from not having it in your fucking system. But yet it's legal. Can't smoke weed, no, because that goes against religious concepts. What the fuck? I'm stuck in a room. There we go. Every time I turn around, it's something different. It's so fucking creepy. I mean, yeah, I'm not doubting you, Mandy. I mean, you can, but it's like one of those things. Like you can love somebody, you know, are you really loving them? Or are you just loving what they do for you? I mean, I don't know. Like I'm just saying for myself. I'm not saying for you. But, you know, there's a difference between loving somebody because you love them. There's a big difference between loving somebody because they mean something to you and they do things for you and make you a better person. Because to me, that sounds selfish. I don't know. Maybe it's just my independent nature that I want to, like, figure myself out before I tackle the concept of other people, at least in the long-term run. I certainly can't figure myself out. The 9th, new moon, 4:16 morning. Don't forget. Why are we not forgetting the new moon? Because new moon is nothing. New moon is like total darkness. If my concept of astrology is correct, the new moon is no moon. It's before it becomes a crescent moon. Ooh, that door totally got busted off its hinges. I hate this door mechanic. Just open the fucking door for me. Getting tired. 14-hour days will do that for you. I don't have nothing else to do. movies to watch. I watched the new Godzilla movie like 50 times. And it's just, poor Mothra. I'm glad your kid is watching the old Godzilla movies. There's actually a box set coming out, Amanda. It's from Criterion. Whenever your movie becomes a part of the Criterion collection, because every Criterion movie has a number. I think they're up to 1,000. Godzilla is number 1,000. They're actually releasing all 15 of the original Godzilla movies, like the first series from Godzilla, the original Gojira, to Godzilla Terror of Mechagodzilla, for like $160, and it's going to be all the versions, blah blah blah. But in order for Godzilla to become a part of the Criterion collection, which only uses like independent foreign films, like those films that change the world, and they do the best they can to give you the best audio and the best video presentation of those films. Like, that is such a fucking distinction. That's coming out on like October 29th. I'm pretty sure is the date. That'll have all the original Godzilla films. Not the 90s series, not the Millennium series, not the anime, not the new series that is coming out nowadays, but the original fucking cheesy, Godzilla eventually becomes defender of man and protector of children. The original series, original 15 films, is coming out on October 29th. So I don't know if you want to get your kid a Halloween present, but that would be the present they get if he's a Godzilla fan, because it'll be the original 15 films. I don't think all of them are translated between English and Japanese, but you really don't want to watch those films in Japanese, or in American, because they're just terrible. As a kid, I guess it doesn't matter, but as an adult, it's like, God, the American dubbed films are so fucking terrible. Now they have like multiple versions of the dubbed films. Love Man Who Plays the Violin. We already read that. I think You Can Love Someone Without Love Yourself. I read that. Fentanyl is also illegal. I should have been illegal medicine that was killing people. Yeah, well, I was on heroin and I was on fentanyl, and I believe the heroin I was shooting was fentanyl. But yeah, fentanyl. I'm pretty sure with fentanyl what I was taking when I was shooting heroin in them. But I was like 18 years old, 19, 20, 21, 22. I don't think I did heroin or fentanyl much past that point. Maybe 23 or 24. I don't know. I was at a point where, I don't know, I was working drywall. I was working in a restaurant called Monticello's, which is like an Italian restaurant. And I started doing dope because it's like an epidemic in my school. Everyone was doing it. It was like, it wasn't the cool thing to do by any means. It was not the cool thing to do. I can't stress that enough. Like, you were a loser, like the ultimate loser, like beyond virgin or anything else like that. If you were doing junk, heroin, you were like the epitome of trash. But for some odd reason, I couldn't stay away from that classification. Like, I wanted to be awful, I wanted to be evil, I wanted to be the worst possible fucking person I possibly can. And honestly, I'm probably still that person to some degree. I don't know. But a good amount of people are fucking doing it. But eventually I managed to stop because I was doing drywall. And I was hanging drywall. When you hang drywall, you hang ceilings, you hang walls, whatever. But, we were doing like rich people's houses. And we had like a 40-foot entryway. Like as soon as you walk in the door, you have this big open gap, and the entryway is like 40 feet tall. Before you go to the living room or the dining room or the bathrooms, you have this like impressive 40-foot tall entrance with like a stairwell coming up, and like a railing in a hallway that you can look down upon the entryway and the front door, blah blah blah. And I fainted because I had to hang the ceiling on this 40-foot tall entryway. And normally heights don't bother me. You build scaffolding. It's this big square. It's like 10 by 10. You stand on these walkways that are like 3 foot wide. It's safe. It's safe as hanging shit from this ceiling can possibly be at 40 feet. But at this in particular house, all they gave us was what is referred to as a pick. And a pick is maybe a 1.5 foot, 2 foot wide piece of metal with hooks on the end that connect to things. So I had to walk out on this pick that was a 1.5 foot wide with this piece of drywall that was super heavy, with a tool belt on and a hammer and a screw gun that was attached to a cable. I had to walk out on this 1.5 foot wide pick to hang these drywall pieces above my head and hammer off the edges and screw in the middles. Basically, like, I think the legal point at that point was like 3 hammers on the outside, like the short end of the rectangle, and like maybe 4 or 5 on the long end of the rectangle, and then you screwed in the middle, like 3 in every middle for every stud. I passed out. I fainted. I dropped like a fucking stone when I saw that fucking 1.5 foot wide pick based to the 3 to 4 foot wide thing that I was used to, that I had to balance, walk out there with this thing above my head with all these tools on my belt and cords. I had to walk on this 1.5 foot piece of metal above a 40-foot entryway that had pipes, by the way. Like in Mortal Kombat, when you fall down and you fall on the spikes and impale yourself, there was pipes sticking out of the ground. So if I would have fell, it would have even been just me falling. I would have fallen on the fucking spikes. And I fucking dropped. And that was just me having a panic attack. An anxiety attack. It had nothing to do with the drugs. Nothing at all. It was just me having a panic attack. But it made me stop doing, heroin. I went on to do pills for like 10 fucking years after that. But it made me stop doing, shooting dope into my arm like a fucking asshole. Because I was scared, because I fucking passed out. They're like, we want you on this thing. I dropped like a fucking rock, like a fucking pussy. I also did it twice. That was the second time I had a panic attack and actually fainted and passed out on the floor. It was when my boss put a screw into his vein in his wrist and started squirting out blood like a fucking horror movie. Meanwhile, we have no ride. The only reason why we got to work is because his girlfriend, my boss, his girlfriend took us to work. So he's squirting blood out his wrist like at a 5-foot radius. I don't know if you've ever seen blood squirt from a major artery, but it fucking squirts like 3 to 4 feet, like squirting fucking blood. I fucking dropped. Just dropped. He's fucking bleeding out his wrist. He needs help. And I'm the one who fucking drops like a fucking stone. Just fucking lands on the ground like I'm not dealing with this. Like, we're done. We're feigning. Like a fucking girl in a fucking 1930s movie. We're feigning. That's what I fucking did. That's what made me stop doing the hard stuff. Really, I came all the way up here for nothing? Where's the end of this game, Mandy? I'm way too drunk to handle this. Getting way off topic. Something's happening. I feel like I'm going around in circles. Oh, there we go. There's the phone. I used to cut when the voice did help, so it's in the voice. You used to cut yourself? I never got that. I feel like that's more a female thing. I don't know. I don't want to like stereotype from like a male perspective. But like I usually see females cutting themselves before men. Like there's no option for me to click on this phone. Why can't I click on this phone? I want to answer the phone, I really do. You're not giving me the option to answer the fucking phone. Sometimes I have to walk around the circuit. What's the number? It's past 0. I'm getting no option whatsoever to touch this phone. You can see my mouse pointer up here in the dark. I mean, I am on the phone. There's nothing I could be doing here to pick up this fucking phone. Fuck you, phone. Come on, game. Stop fucking with me. I mean, it's cute, don't get me wrong. This fucks the control scheme. Oh, I hit back to the fucking thing. Controls. I still never picked up a flashlight. I feel like I missed a flashlight. Backwards is the way forward. I like that. I want to try that. Oh, you're a fucking genius.
Yes, speakers. Yes, speakers.
You're a fucking genius, man. Restless memories. How'd you notice that that sounded? Oh, what the fuck was that? It puts me into a dead end room. Moving on. There we go. Awesome. Thank you. Later, man. I've enjoyed talking to you as always. If you don't come back, it doesn't matter to me. Appreciate your stopping by, and I'll see you later. Well, it's almost midnight and we're going further down into the abyss. I don't know if we can save the game or not. I saved the game. I feel like this is the perfect time to save the game and end the stream. I gotta take a piss. Shall return. Oh, I'm a scruffy. You were here all the time. Good kid. Mini girl, you're still hunting mouses, huh? enemy. Not scruff. Oh, fuck. $11.50. Jesus Christ. What we got in here? Oh, Jesus Christ. In any cases, your lawyers are advise you to refrain from any imprudent actions. In other words, don't do anything stupid. We still have a chance of winning this, believe it or not. I've gotten clients out of deeper shit than this. Just don't make it any worse. They throw for a while, let me appeal the court order. This social worker definitely has it in for you. We can use that to our advantage. Portray you as a victim of the system, a husband in mourning, a momentary lapse of reason. Everything less bureaucratic. Trust me, this is our best option. So what you've been through lately, I've said we have a good 50-50 chance of a good outcome. Well, if you keep trying to convince everyone that you're gone completely insane. No more outbursts, no more rambling, better yet, no public appearances whatsoever. You can still get your daughter. That's creepy. It really was. Oh, dead end. Alright. Game seems content in pushing us in a certain direction. Silent floaters, they clog the drains. Fur in the water, no best for me. What's going on here? It's funneling me into the direction it wants to go. This ain't weird shit, nothing. Down to the creepy fucking basement. Put a stop to that right away. I came all the way up the steps for a locked door. Fuck you, game. What's this thing?
I needed to remove the flesh from the bone. At first, I was lost as to how, but then I sawed it off with a handsaw.
That's stupid me not thinking of
Boiled
that
it.
ahead of time.
Then put the bone in a mortar. I had to get one, obviously. This was not something I'd done before. Finally, I mixed the dust with some white paint. It made for a lovely undercoat.
Huh. Oh, Maine's blue bullfrog. Maine's blue bullfrog? I feel you're being way more cryptic than the game itself is. I don't. I'm pretty sure I never heard of a blue bullfrog, but considering I live in a bubble of addiction and self-destruction, it's not too far-fetched for me to not know what a blue bullfrog is. Oh, I'm back into the absolute darkness again. How wonderful. This makes for a wonderful stream. Almost not being able to see anything. Should I take the steps, or is there more that I need to find down here? You know what, we're gonna take the steps. Shit, things got deep. Balls deep or just deep? Why is my character limping again? He's just been walking around the fucking mansion like an asshole for the past however many hours I've been playing this shit-ass game. I already know what that is. Know what that is. I've read that one, I read that one. Is there something new with the picture? Oh, the picture's turned into something even more comprehensible. These are still locked. Was this open? I need to remove the flesh from the bone. Alright, I already read that. What is that? Is that the bone that we're talking about? Yeah, here's the bone. Back out in the endless hallways. There's creepy ghost women. They're gonna show me their titties. I'm just gonna close that. Fuck that. I don't care what's on the other side of the door. This looks shitty. I mean, come on, just tell us we killed everybody so we can end this game. I can go to sleep. Oh yeah, that isn't creeper. That is quite possibly the creepiest thing I've walked into this whole entire game. This fucking children's drawings. Delirious. Maybe. selfish something. More terrifying than a random teddy bear. Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah, definitely. Where things are going. Marriage guide, kids in marriage. Paranoid. Oh, I've had enough of this. I think I've had enough. Alright, whoever just joined in, I think I'm gonna quit for the night, so I'll see you all later.